Hi, my name is Ashley Quinn. My pronouns are he, him, his, and I work at National Avenue Christian Church.
I'm Michelle Scott Huffman. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm the minister at First Unitarian Universalist Church.
I'm Paige Luce, she, her, and I am a volunteer coordinator for Brentwood Christian Church.
And these three churches come together to cooperatively operate the all-gender plus pets crisis cold weather shelter here at the Fairbanks, which is where we are right now. Our shelter operates as part of a network of shelters all across the city, with transportation provided by various transportation partners and different folks serving as hub spots so that our guests can meet up with transportation and then get a ride to shelter. And also, new this year, we have service providers who are signing folks up during the day time at various locations around town to help folks know earlier in the day that they've got a place to sleep for the night when those nights are cold enough. Volunteers are the backbone of this system. It takes hundreds of volunteers across over a dozen locations, and together you provide over 12,000 bed nights of shelter in a single winter season. People just like you give a combined 10,000 hours across approximately 60 freezing cold winter nights. Our shelter is an LGBTQ affirming shelter. We know that homeless shelters can often be unsafe places for queer and trans folks, sometimes because of the bigotry perpetrated under the cloak of religiosity. We have purposefully chosen to operate in a non-religious building, though we are three LGBTQ affirming churches that cooperatively run this shelter. We don't ask folks their gender. All genders, including non-binary and gender expansive, are welcomed here. Our overnight volunteer monitors are paired with a paid and trained overnight staff person. You will have 3 to 4 hours to rest on a cot in a partitioned section of the room during the overnight. We don't schedule split shifts, but if you have a partner, a close friend, or family member and you want to break up the 12-hour shift with, you can make that arrangement. Just let us know when you sign up in the comments. Overnight monitors help our 35 to 40 guests and their dogs rest easier, knowing someone is watching over them. If a situation should arise while the staff member is taking a break, they will be on site and you can retrieve or wake them. These shifts are typically approximately 7:30 p.m. to 7:30 a.m., but we can make accommodations if you need to arrive later or leave earlier. See the sign-up Genius for exact times. Our shelter leads with hospitality. We want guests to feel warm and welcomed. We offer simple beverages and snacks, mostly things that can be served with no more prep than to boil water. Hospitality volunteers will help set out blankets and pillows at night and help gather those into laundry bins in the morning. Help with setting out and putting away cots, and may fetch first aid supplies, over-the-counter medicines, or hygiene and toiletry products as they're available. Our pets are not able to ride on the same mass transit as their people, and so we have pet transporters who load their vehicles up with crates and meet guests at the transportation hub in the evening, load up the dogs in crates, and drive them over to the shelter in the morning. In the morning, we do the same from our shelter to the day center. Laundry runners arrive about the same time as the bus leaves with guests, around 7:30 a.m., and load up several trash bags of dirty linens in the back of their vehicle and drive to Enterprise Laundry, a commercial laundry facility that cleans our linens for free for us. This is located near the corner of Enterprise and Sunshine. If there are clean linens from the day before, you'll return those to the shelter. This is a great shift for those who prefer more solitary options. And our cleaning crew comes in after guests have departed in the morning, scrub toilets, wipe down the kitchen, washes the dog bowls, sweeps and mops. This again can be a pretty solitary if you want to pop in your earbuds and clean in your own little world, or bring a few friends and chit chat while you clean. Okay, so now you understand the different volunteer positions and you want to actually sign up for some spots to volunteer. So we use a website called Sign Up Genius, and we'll have a link that takes you directly to our page for signups. And it'll say all gender plus pets crisis cold weather shelter. It'll have this description of all of those different volunteer positions that we talked about. And then as you keep scrolling, and it'll look pretty similar if you're on a mobile device, a tablet, a phone. This is on a website view right now. And so you'll have the date of the sign up on the left, the location, the time frame, the individual. So a transport assistant at the hub is a 5:30 to 8 p.m. shift. So those different shift times are listed there. And note, some days those are going to be a little bit different, so do pay attention to those. And so then whatever shift you want to sign up for, you just click this sign up button over here and it'll say selected. So you can sign up for a couple of different types of shifts if you want. You could do laundry running one day, you could do overnight monitor the next. So see this gray banner, we've updated our terms of service. Sometimes that's at the bottom of the page and sometimes it covers up the button that you need to click. So if you see that, just go ahead and make that go away. And then you'll want to hit this save and continue button. And then that'll show you all of the different shifts that you're signed up for. And then you just put in your contact information here. If you have a Sign Up Genius account, you can log in, or you can create one if you want to. A mobile number is excellent to have in here so that we can text message you when we find out if shelter is going to be open or closed on that day. It's a lot easier to just send a text to all of the different folks who are signed up that day. And then we've got a particular question for pet transporters to let us know how many crates you can handle in your vehicle. And then you click sign up now here, and that should take you to where you get a confirmation and you'll get an email in your inbox. And so if you didn't get that email that confirming those different slots, then you probably didn't finish the process, and I'd encourage you to step back into it and see what else you need to add. Thank you so much for using our Sign Up Genius platform to sign up for shifts so that we can make sure the winter is covered.
My experience doing overnight shifts, volunteering with the shelter, and I think this work is so in line with what we've talked about today, and particularly this notion of beloved community and there being work for us to do. In my own experience, I can admit to having some initial trepidation, to having a feeling of otherness toward our unsheltered neighbors. That caused me to have a little bit of anxiety, I think, when I first volunteered. But that was quickly abated. And I was very humbled and grateful to get the chance to know some of those guests and the chance to chat with them. I met people who were gracious and kind and funny, and who demonstrated very caring and compassionate community with each other. So very quickly, I stopped seeing our guests as other than me. I think the work of this shelter was so important because it did provide an immediate need for warmth and shelter for people who needed it. But also what I saw happen this winter as our shelter opened and others too, that there was a really significant consciousness raising about this need in our community. And so many people stepped up to help, and so many more were made aware of the situation.